receive Anita as your wife? Will you love her and lead her as God has instructed? Will you give yourself for her and to her? Will you cherish her and nurture her? Will you pray for her? And will you forsake all others, being faithful to her, so long as you both shall live? If yes, please answer, I will.
I will.
Thank you. Anita? The Bible teaches that a wife is to honor and respect her husband, just as the church honors and respects Christ. Will you receive Jesse as your husband? Will you love him, honor him, and respect him as God has instructed? Will you cherish him and nurture him? Will you pray for him? And will you give yourself for him and to him? And will you forsake all others, being faithful to him, so long as you both shall live? If yes, please answer, I will.
I will.
Thank you. Jesse and Anita, it is time to take a few breaths and take some time to take a good look around. So I want you to just right now take a look at this gathering of your friends, your loved ones, your family, all here in celebration of love and devotion. I, Jesse, take you, Anita, to be my wife.
I, Jesse, take Anita for you to be my wife.
I promise to make my life about one thing.
I promise to make my life about one thing.
Loving you.
Loving you.
I love you.
I love you.
and I will be faithful and true to you.
I'll be faithful and truthful to you.
I will stand by your side
I will stand by your side
through the good, the bad,
through the good and the bad,
the better, and the best.
the better and the best.
With you by my side,
With you by my side,
we will build a Christian home.
we will build the Christian home.
All that I am and have is yours,
All that I am and have is yours,
so long as we both shall live.
so long as we both shall live.
I, Anita, take you, Jesse, to be my husband.
I, Anita, take you, Jesse, to be my husband.
I promise to make my life about one thing,
I promise to make my life about one thing,
loving you.
loving you.
I love you.
I love you.
And I will be faithful and true to you.
And I will be faithful and true to you.
I will stand by your side
I will stand by your side
through the good, the bad,
through the good and the bad,
the better, and the best.
the better and the best.
With you by my side,
With you by my side,
we will build a Christian home.
we will build a Christian home.
All that I am and have is yours,
All that I am and have is yours,
so long as we both shall live.
so long as we both shall live.
For I do declare, by the authority invested in me, that you are now husband and wife. Jesse, you may kiss the bride.
Hearts worth falling for. Oh, and with open arms I'll carry yours. Come, rain or shine, I'll cover you up and calm the skies. As long as you are mine, I'll be there when you need me. You can count on it every time. It won't always be easy, but just as sure as the sun will rise, I'll be there when you need me. With every tear that falls from your eyes, oh, you have me completely. I'll be there when I'll be there when you need me. Trust, it builds a heart.
Mr. and Mrs. Kusmanyana and our family want to welcome all of you to come celebrate this happy occasion with us. From my point of view, time just flies. It just seems like it hasn't been that long that we were teaching Anita to walk, teaching her to ride her bike, taking her to swimming lesson, volleyball lessons, and then taking her to college in her freshman year. Now, she has grown into such a beautiful young lady. And today, for this new season of life, she is now Mrs. Kusmanyana. What a change. I got to get used to it. You know, last year, Anita came home and wanted to talk to me. She said, "Dad, I have a boyfriend now. His name is Jesse. You know what, Dad? He's a lot like you. He likes to play basketball. He enjoys going fishing, going outdoor. But most of all, He's very patient and kind to everyone. Then right away, without saying anything, I thought in my mind, boy, if everything what Anita said is true, what a catch, Anita. For this, I want to thank Mr. and Mrs. Kusmayana for raising such a fine young man. Thank you. Now remember, Jesse enjoys fishing. Jesse, when you have found Anita, you have caught the biggest catch in your whole life. Someday you're gonna have to share with us what bait you used to attract her, or how you reeled her in to the point that she was willing to say, I will marry you. But for those of you who knows Jesse and then Anita, you know that they are actually very different. In many ways, they are very different. They have different strength. They have different weaknesses. But I trust that God put you guys together for the good of both of you. When you come in conflict, this is what I want to offer to you. When I was in college, too long ago, our church, a group of us went to a seminar, and the seminar speaker discussed this phrase, and it goes like this: please be patient with me, for God is not finished with me yet. You know what? When you guys come together, in the midst of your trials, just be patient with one another, because God is not finished with you guys yet. God is still molding you guys, shaping you guys to be more Christ-like. And I trust that since God is the center, your core value of your life, I trust that you would learn to lean upon God in all circumstances. Therefore, Jesse and Anita, for this new season of life, may the presence of God be with you all the time, all the days of your life. And may your life shine forth for Christ wherever you are. So I want to offer this toast. Please join me in congratulating Anita and Jesse, wishing them a long and blessed life together. Cheer.
Last year, we all took a trip. It was Sharon, Enoch, Jesse, Anita, and I. We all visited Globe, and we all took a trip to Zion Narrows. On our last full day of the trip, after hiking Antelope Canyon, Horseshoe Bend, getting really dirty in Zion Narrows, after all that hiking, I knew that I was going to be giving a maid of honor speech in the near future because little sparks or embers were flying between Anita and Jesse all weekend. Originally, Anita and I were going to be in charge of the driving, but when we all arrived in Arizona, Jesse graciously volunteered to be the other driver. To keep him awake, we, the rest of the car, asked him lots and lots of questions. And with each question and conversation, we found out just how much he and Anita had in common. We all knew that Jesse loved basketball, and we all knew that he loved Jesus. But when we asked him about shows that he watched on TV, we also found out that he and Anita cheered for the same dance crews on America's Best Dance Crew and World of Dance. And then when we talked about outdoorsy things like what we like to do with our family and friends, Anita and I talked about fishing. And then Jesse chimed in while he was driving and said, I like fishing too. as soon as he said that he liked fishing and talked about different reels and sinkers and all his fishing paraphernalia, I thought, Anita is probably sitting in the same car as her husband right now. It was like that scene in Frozen with the song Love is an Open Door, when the characters finish each other's sentences and find out that they have lots of things in common. Anita and Jesse were shooting the breeze for hours, talking about basketball, fishing, dance crews, music, and talking about how wonderful life in Globe is. From the words of Anna and Hans in Frozen, they had such mental synchronization, it could have but one explanation. They were meant to be. And here we are today, exactly 1 year and 2 days later after our Zion trip. Anita and Jesse, I pray that the both of you would continue to live out God's calling for your lives together. I am amazed and inspired by how the both of you strive to make a positive and lasting impact on the lives of your friends and your neighbors. When things get rough, remember this verse from Joshua 1:9. Have not I commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. So let's all raise our glasses. Oops, I left mine at the table. Let's raise our glasses and our cups of milk tea to the newlyweds, Mr. and Mrs. Kusmoljana.
Thank you.